So a recent video has resurfaced with co-founder Steve Jobs. And this video has captivated audiences in many different ways. And there's a specific reason why it's captivated me. So Steve Jobs, who was known for his profound insights, obviously for great inventions, great creativity and innovation, he was once asked a question that caused him to stop for 18 seconds. What's the one thing that you personally learned at Apple that you're doing next? What's the one thing that you personally learned at Apple that you're doing next? So 18 seconds later, Steve Jobs responded with this. Good question. He paused again, then he continued. He said, I'm not sure I've learned this while I was at Apple, but based on the data, from my time there, I realized something really important. He said, I now take a longer term view of people. When I see something not being done right, my first reaction isn't to jump in and just want to fix it. Instead, I think we're building a team here and we're aiming to do great things over the next decade and not just the next year.
We want to move from alleviating poverty to reducing it. And our commitment is not just to meeting just immediate needs. We need to create a long-term, sustainable change that helps lift individuals and families out of poverty for good. There's an importance, as Philip was talking about, in collecting data. It helps us know where the gaps are and how to respond. It allows us to measure growth and success of programs and policies that we're advocating for. And we're able to show facts, knowing where we started and how far we've moved the needle. And with collecting and analyzing this data, we can ensure that the policies that we're advocating for are based on real needs here in the community.
Jesus actually also took the long-term view of people, meeting immediate needs with his food, with healing and love, but he also called individuals and communities into transformation, which doesn't just happen.
But behind every single number that we're going to talk about in this presentation, we want to reiterate that a real person is behind that number. It's a need that someone had for a meal, a ride, a warm place to belong. And those needs were filled through a program, a service, or a collaboration of Central Station in the last year. Our goal today is not to bring light to our work, but rather to highlight the struggles that created these needs that we worked to fill.
Like Jobs, like Jesus, we have learned to rely on the data and take a longer term view of the people that we serve.